Hello, my name is Owen Lynch and this is the Arts Blog. The Street is a site-specific piece of theatre that's being produced with a cast of over 55 members from in and around Drogheda town. The production is running as part of the Drogheda Arts Festival from the 1st to the 5th of May, and I'm here today to speak to Paul Hayes.
Light down on Marley's Lane, darling, I remember how you spoke my name.
You promised me the future, the whole wide world. The streets we walked were streets of love, my blossom of
So Paul, can you tell me about the history of, firstly, Narrow West Street, and then secondly about how the production of the street came about?
Right, well, as you can probably see from the street, this used to be called the Golden Mile of Drogheda.
Yeah.
This was the main shopping district, all the way down through the main street. Narrow West Street is just a small part at the top of that. And a couple of years ago, we had done a show on a street. I suppose that was in my head. And then about a year ago, a friend of mine came to me with a photographic exhibition called The Independents, which was 14 portraits of independent shopkeepers in the town, each taken in their own shop. Beautiful, beautiful pieces where you couldn't even tell the difference where the person began and ended and their shop began and ended. It was wonderful. That gave me the idea that we should look at shops and shopkeepers and independent shopkeepers, particularly because this town is dying a death in a way for independent shopkeepers. And then I suppose every day I walk to work and I walk down the street and I put the two things together and I thought, this is the story you want to tell.
And the cast members that are involved in this production, where are they from and what's their background?
Right, we've got 55. Upstate Theatre Project. A lot of the actors, community actors, would have worked with Upstate before. We advertised locally in the papers for participants, and they all started coming along. I think altogether we've had about 75 different people in and out through the door, but the final cast will be 55. I think the youngest is 10, and the oldest, I think, turned 76 this week. So it's a great array of people from Drogheda, people from further afield, people from different countries, who all just come together every Wednesday night for what starts off as kind of fun workshops and then moves more with a writer towards scripting each of the different scenes. A lot of the writing comes from the participants themselves, and then the writer, Colin Maher, kind of pieces that together into a kind of a narrative structure.
And could you talk as well about why the production of the street suits and fits into being a piece of community theatre and how it works with these people?
Yeah. I suppose, for me, community theatre is one of the great things about doing a show off-site or site-specific is you're out there. So what you'll see when this show goes on is, one, it'll probably sell out because people have a huge interest in this kind of work. Two, you will have people watching the play, if you understand what I mean. And that will be closing off this street, but it'll create such a buzz that you'll have people turning up on the street to watch the audience. So you get this mad kind of community buzz that happened off the last show. And I'm pretty sure that's going to happen again this time. But when you ask your participants to start without a script and to talk to them about their stories, it means they already have an interest in it. They're heading off, they're talking to elderly relatives or friends about, do they remember what Narrow West Street used to be like before the recession came? They do their own writing, they hand that stuff in, so that they have a real ownership over what they're about to perform.
Jesus, I've seen some changes in this street. It's seen some changes in me. I went travelling when I was 18, and all the shops are open back then. Back then, a hobo like me could make a living on the corner of the street, busking a couple of songs. People came out of the shops with spare change, and they weren't afraid to talk to the likes of me. I used to get requests. I was only too happy to pretend I knew the words to "Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Ah." If it wasn't busking, I'd be running messages. I'd be cleaning windows, cutting grass, anything. But since I came back, it's all changed. It's all different. Nobody Nobody got no money. Give a man some spare change. Nobody got no money to give a man some spare change. Well, they spend it all down in Tesco, buying horse meat in the sale. Narrow West Street got the blues, my friend. You can almost count down the days. The stores, they are all closing. People are on their way. So please come down to West Street. I still got to get my pay. Now Hurley makes a tasty sandwich. The barber cuts your hair. Everything you could ever need, well, you could find right here. But people just would not listen. Nobody cried, nobody cared. So look here, will you, mister? It's as plain can be. You got to spend some money somewhere in the street. Stay away from them crazy people who don't mind selling horse meat. That's it.
Yeah. Just a few.
Yeah.